on, guys? Beastly Gamer here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about a little known company, Konami, and the way they've been conducting business over there. Everybody knows the big flagship drama between Konami and Kojima, but a lot of people don't know about other small developers who've worked with Konami and have had major issues and actually have left the company. Koji Igarashi is one of them. And now we're going to talk about Castlevania Lords of Shadow developers who said they left Konami due to different versions of development. And this is very, very telling of the way that Konami actually runs their business, and very telling of the fact that Konami doesn't know what the hell they're going to do next. It's not really looking good, especially once you get the gist of what I'm about to tell you now. I'll drop a link in the description. Eurogamer interviewed Dave Cox and Enrique Alvarez from Mercury Steam regarding their work on Castlevania Lords of Shadow series. During the interview, the publication touched on why the small Spanish studio ended up leaving Konami, and the reasons seemed to align with what happened regarding Hideo Kojima as well. After rebooting one of Konami's most prized franchises, Castlevania, the studio was suddenly charged with developing more titles in the Lords of Shadow world. After Castlevania Mirror of Fate and Lords of Shadow 2, the developer said no more Lords of Shadow series, but that's not why they ended up leaving Konami. Dave Cox, the executive producer on the Lords of Shadow series, explained that the two companies had different visions for game development. Quote, Konami decided, let's just say that it wanted to go in a different direction in terms of development. It's one of the reasons why the studio and I ended up closing down. They wanted to move more into mobile. They wanted to do more development in Japan. At that time, it was simpler for me to make a clean break, for me personally and for the studio. I don't think Konami knew at that time what they wanted to do or where they wanted to go. They still obviously had Metal Gear in development, they still had PES in development, but there wasn't any vision at the top of the company about where they wanted to go or what they wanted to do. It was painful for me from a personal point of view because it was clear there wasn't a role there for me anymore, so I decided after talking to the senior management there that it would be better if I moved on, which was very difficult for me after being there for 17 years and achieving so much. I started off as a lowly assistant product manager and ended up producing a successful Castlevania series, so that was very, very difficult, end quote. Since then, the studio has gone solo, and they are in the process of self-publishing Raiders of the Broken Planet, an MMO action game with a tentative release window in 2016. Cox and Alvarez both praised Kojima, thanking him for his support during the development process of Lords of Shadow. Quote, I've got to tell you, Kojima-san wasn't overbearing. He gave us free reign. He was super supportive. Lords of Shadow 1 wouldn't have gotten made without Kojima standing up and backing the team. It just simply wouldn't have been done. Japan would not have allowed a Western development team to handle a franchise like Castlevania. It was only because we had Kojima on board that we were able to do that. He is the reason why we got that opportunity, end quote. Alvarez added in his gratefulness to Kojima as well, quote, honestly, I don't have a single complaint about Mr. Kojima. He's the guy who fully understands game development, he understands and shares our vision for Castlevania, he supported it, that's it, period, end quote. And so that's it. That lets you know exactly what's going on over Konami. They want to micromanage developers, they want, of course, every company wants the most money. They want the most production. They want the most overhead, but they don't know sometimes how to get it. It's hard to go out on the shop floor and talk to the guys working, tell them how to do their job when you don't know the job. If you don't know the job, let the people who are doing the job do it to the best of their ability. And apparently Konami doesn't understand that simple dynamic of the workplace. I'm happy that these guys got away from Konami. I mean, to be honest, I don't want anybody to work at Konami. I think that whoever's working over there now on Metal Gear Survive, they've got to be working under very, very excruciating circumstances just based on what I've heard about Konami up until this point. You know, public shaming, all kinds of crazy stuff, and evidently here, micromanagement of development tactics. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm a huge Castlevania fan, and I actually like the Lords of Shadow games. I thought they were really, really well done. And I look forward to seeing, I guess, whatever this developer does in the future. I'm not big into MMOs. I love Castlevania, but at this point, I gotta say, I think Castlevania is all but dead. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give a thumbs up, show support for the channel. Leave your comments below about this story, what you think about Konami. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and tell all your friends about me. I'm the Beastly Gamer, and I'll see you guys next time. Let it go.